Good morning, family, and welcome to today's Lessons for Life. Today's Friday, October 31st, 2008, and today we're reading Genesis chapter 32, and we're talking here about Jacob. The Lord instructed him to go back to his family in the previous chapter. We read that. The Lord instructed him to go back to his family, so where Esau is, and if you remember a couple of chapters ago what happened with him and Esau really wanted to kill him because of what had happened. But now Jacob is traveling back to his family, and what happens here is he knows that Esau is still furious with him, and he makes a plan, and his plan is basically to send gifts to Esau ahead of himself. So he divides up his camp. He's traveling with quite a few people because his family has grown. He has two wives and several children at this point, and they're all traveling together with those that are with him as well. So he divides up the people with him, and he sends several ahead in different stages to actually bring gifts to Esau, hoping to hopefully appease Esau, so Esau wouldn't be upset with him and still want to kill him by the time he gets to Jacob. So he sends a gift in one group, of some flocks and some of his goods that he's traveling with, and he sends it ahead of himself, and he sets up different stages. So little by little, Esau's getting these gifts, and they're all coming from Jacob to him, and then finally by the time he meets Jacob is hoping this is how it's going to work, that Esau will not be infuriated, will not be upset with him still, and not want to kill him, because he found out from before that actually Esau is traveling with, I believe it was 400 other men. So Jacob is afraid. Well, he was afraid at that point. So what I actually learned from this, and I believe we can use as a lesson for life today, is how a gift can actually make a difference for someone. Even if there's a bad situation or a bad relationship or something like that, a gift can actually help to smooth out the different things that's going on within even that bad relationship. And I'm going to just relate on a business level. I know that for myself in the business, not everything runs perfectly all the time, just like any business. So not everything goes perfectly, and there's certain times where there's something, like for instance, we just had something, I believe it was yesterday, where we were able to correct something, but there was something that wasn't done correctly, and it was on our part. And what I was able to do was actually make something extra for the family, which they were very, very appreciative of. And I didn't charge them or anything like that for it, but it was just a gift that was given to them just to smooth over any situation, and because you always want people to leave you feeling having a good feeling about you, not feeling like you did them wrong or that you cheated them in any way or whatever. So a lot of times you might have to lose out, but in the long run, actually, you will make out better for it. So what I did yesterday, even in the situation, I made a small memento that they would appreciate, and I gave it to them, and that did two things for me, because that actually helped to smooth over any negative feelings that they would have about our company, and save some business that we could get from them in the future. And then also, it showed them other stuff that we're capable of doing too. So I was actually able to advertise some stuff to them that they can pass on to other people, because now they have a good feeling about us. And it's something that it didn't really take too long for me to do, and it was something that I wanted to do just because there was a mistake on our part. But this is kind of what we're learning about here, even in Lessons for Life with Jacob, where he's sending a gift ahead just to make up for what happened with him and Esau several years ago. And that's just the lesson I believe we can get from this, is just how important keeping the relationships is, and how a gift, and you just giving something. We talked before about the importance of giving, but even in the area of a relationship, just giving something so that you can maintain a relationship in a business level or even in a personal level, giving something so you can maintain the positive relationship, which is always how you want people to view you and how you want to keep your relationships in a positive way. So I believe that's a very important lesson that we can get from this Lessons for Life about the giving of gifts to people, and how to maintain proper relationships, and even how to I wouldn't say protect relationships, but how to even strengthen relationships, giving gifts. Strengthen relationships and mend some relationships that might have gone sour over time or whatever. That's how you can mend a relationship, just as we learned from here from Jacob and Esau. Well, this is actually what Jacob is doing, and we'll see in the upcoming chapters how it actually turns out. But that's a lesson you can learn either way, because I know it works for what I did yesterday, even in the business. In addition to that, what we learn further on, or we see briefly, that Jacob's name actually gets changed, and we talked before about the importance of a name, and you see that his name gets changed to Israel, and there's a meaning associated with Israel, and just the nature of a person is changed, and how that's indicated by the name, and how important the name of a person is. So those are the lessons that I got from today's Genesis chapter 32. As always, I encourage you to read the entire chapter through for yourself, because there's so much more that you can get from it, and we can share it together. If you go to the blog and email us, and we'll put it on the blog. So go ahead and create yourself a wonderfully blessed day today. Perhaps you can mend some relationships or strengthen some relationships that you have by giving a gift today. So with that, we'll talk again tomorrow.